Alright, this next one says to graph this polynomial, and I've already got it written down here. It is x to the third plus 9x squared minus 16x minus 144. Now you're going to do a lot of different things. We need to find the zeros somehow. You can do this by synthetic division, or you can try it by factoring. It's kind of well known, this one factors already. So I'm going to do this quick because I've already done factoring in another video. We're going to do by grouping. Out of the first pair comes x squared, and I'm left with x plus 9. My plus signs don't want to come out. I've got a minus that comes out. Greatest common factor is 16. I get x plus 9 again. So since my parentheses match, I've got x squared minus 16. And in the next one, I've got x plus 9. Now don't forget, we have to find all the zeros. In other words, be on the lookout for differences of squares. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So because 16 is a perfect square, and we've got that minus sign in the middle, it's going to break out into the square roots of it. Now the square root of 16 is 4. So I'm going to be left with x plus 4, x minus 4, and x plus 9. Now don't forget, I want the zeros. So you're going to set each of these equal to 0, and you're going to get x equals negative 4, x equals positive 4, and x equals negative 9. So we've got 3 different zeros. Now we're going to mark these up on our graph, and I'm going to be very imprecise about this. Of course, on yours it's going to be marked, but let's just put it in the approximate places. Now they're x equals, so they're going to go on this x-axis. So I've got x equals negative 4, so that's back 4. That's about here. X equals positive 4, that's over 4. That's about here. And then I've got x equals negative 9, so we're going to go negative 9, which is somewhere in the realm of here. Of course, on yours it'll be marked, so you won't have to do this guesstimation thing. Now what we need to do is we need to remember this nifty little table. Now this is something I'm going to ask you guys to memorize for me. Now in this table, it had positive, it had negative, it had even, and it had odd. Now I think the positive and the negative evens are the easiest to remember. If it's even, they're going the same way, and if it's positive, it's usually going up and up. If it's negative, it's going down and down. Now for these bottom two, the odds, you just know that they switch off. I would recommend memorizing the positive odd. It is down, up. Right? If you memorize this one, then this last one, just following the pattern, up, up, down, 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 up, must be up, down. So what we're going to do is we got to check out this function way up here. We got to check out the original function and place it. All right. Now this even odd is talking about the degree of this function. Now the degree is the highest exponent. So this is a degree 3 polynomial. Now 3 is odd. So we're dealing with one of these two cases. Now the positive negative does not talk about the degree. What it talks about is out here. Is the first number positive or negative? In this case, there is no negative sign, therefore it's positive. So our function goes down, up. In other words, that means it's going to start from being down and it's going to go upwards. So we've got a star on each side, on the correct sides, right? Down, up. Now what we've got to do is we've got to start at a star and end at a star, and we've got to go through each of these points. It doesn't really matter how far above or below you go. Just please no sharp corners. We just double check. We only touched where the dots were. We started at a star, we ended at a star. All that is lovely, so we found our graph.